be seated. Nice, girl. Yeah.
Hey, thank you, Henry.
Well, good morning. What a good morning this is. A fantastic day, Christmas coming early for the American people. The House and the Senate working together, putting aside all differences with one clear objective: making sure the American people are heard, making sure that small businesses have an opportunity to grow. We have seen a tremendous victory through this process, and it is because of committed leaders behind me, entrusted with the confidence of their voters to bring forth a tremendous victory. I am thankful that we are led in the Senate by Leader McConnell, who's done a fabulous job of bringing 52 cats, all working in different directions, together for one purpose: to serve the American people.
Well, thanks, Tim. This is a happy day indeed for the American people. These middle-class tax cuts are resonating already. We've used examples of single parents making $41,000 a year who are getting a 73% reduction in their taxes. But it's not just on the individual side. I was pleased to see America's corporations standing up almost immediately and saying that employees are going to benefit from this great tax cut. Led off by AT&T yesterday with a $1,000 Christmas bonus to 200,000 employees. Echoing after that, other corporations standing up and saying just exactly what people like Speaker Paul Ryan have been predicting for a long time. This is going to provide great opportunities for the employees of our country. So it's a great Christmas season. Happy to be here. And with that, the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, a leader on this issue, all along the way, Kevin Brady.
Leader, thank you again so much for your leadership and Speaker Ryan's as well. Now, you've seen this bill signed today. This final historic tax reform bill is one of the biggest highlights for many of us in our time in Congress and maybe even in our adult lives. One of the main reasons so many of us ran for Congress was to do exactly this: improve America's broken tax code and take away the pain it was having and causing on our country and on our economy. We all want to make it simpler, fairer, flatter, rewarding hard work, making America competitive again, and leapfrogging America to the lead. That's exactly what we accomplished in this bill. This is an incredible day for the American people. We would have never got here but for the leadership of Paul Ryan, our Speaker, without the leadership of the Senate, Leader McConnell, Chairman Hatch, and others. But I do want to take a moment to tell you, as proud as I am of this bill, I am equally proud of the 24 members of the House Ways and Means Committee who worked long hours, evenings, weekends, came back from holidays to be ready to deliver this tax reform plan. And I'd be remiss as well if I didn't thank our team in our committee, led by David Stewart and Barbara Angus, our tax counsel, who just did remarkable work. I cannot wait to see this new life that springs up in our economy in the United States as we deliver more jobs, fair taxes, and bigger paychecks for the American people. Thank you. And I'm proud to introduce the chairman of the Energy Committee in the Senate, Senator Murkowski. There you are.
I had to come from behind my congressman for all Alaska, Don Young, who has been with us on the ANWR fight for 37 years now. So while I was able to be the architect of Title II in the Senate and proud to do so, I think it is only appropriate that I recognize the Dean of your House, Congressman Don Young, who has done an extraordinary job for us. But as tax reform has been long awaited, so has opening the 1002 area to limited exploration and production, an area of extraordinary resource that can be accessed with a minimal footprint, something that Alaskans have been fighting for 38 years. You don't give up on something when the cause is right, when you know you have so much to contribute. So to colleagues who have stood with us as the Alaska delegation, with those who have stood with Alaska, with those who have stood for American energy production, today is indeed a bright, bright day. We thank you for your continued support. Alaska will make you proud. Thank you.
Well, this is a bright day for the United States because America is rejecting the economics of envy and embracing the economics of opportunity. And there's a real buoyancy to that, and there's a brightness to that. And I think America is longing for brightness in our public life. If you think about the impact of this vote, it has an impact on every American. And if you're having an impact on every American, that means you're having an impact on the globe. The world longs for the United States to be a strong diplomatic power. And in order for that to be true, the United States has to be a strong military power. And in order for that to be true, the United States has to be a strong economic power. At its foundation is the ability now to project American values around the world. This is much bigger than an economic picture. It is a casting a vision for what our future looks like, and we're choosing brightness and opportunity.
This is an exciting day for America and for almost every single person in it that works. I had a person though say, well, we're not going to know whether this tax helped us or not for another year till April 15th of the following year. I said, no. Companies are going to get the new withholding tables by the 1st of February. And so the first checks to come out in February, people are going to be able to see the reduction in the amount of withholding they had to do to pay their taxes. They will see a benefit come February. And I've been overjoyed with calls this morning from small businesses and some international businesses. I worked on the international tax piece, and I've already heard from some companies that are going to move their business back to the United States, build a couple more manufacturing plants here, and hire. One of them was talking about 1,000 more employees. But I've heard from small business too. One who said, this is going to be the biggest investment we ever made. We're going to put 15 million, that's a big number to a small business, 15 million into new plants. I think we're going to hear a lot of examples of that. And of course, every new plant needs employees to do it. Employees increase the competition among workers. Increased competition among workers raises wages. So we're going to see lower taxes, higher wages, and more jobs in the United States, which is exactly what we set out to do in this bill. And I'm glad that the Budget Committee was able to play a role in this to get the reconciliation so that we could get through to the final stage and do it.
You know, I've told this story a couple of times before, but a while back I was grocery shopping on a weekend at about 11 o'clock at night, and a mom came up to me, and she had her hand full of coupons and her grocery cart full of generic food, and she said, Christy, when is it going to get better? She said, my electricity costs have gone up, healthcare costs have gone up. When is it going to get better? By passing this bill and signing it into law, it just got better for that individual, for that family. In my home state of South Dakota, the average household income is $54,000 per year. And they pay double the national average in energy costs just because of where we're located. For that family, right now, they have about an $830 tax liability. With the passing of this bill, now they will get a $730 refund. That's a $1,600 difference. And for that family, that's life-changing. That's a weekend they can spend with their kids. They can take a couple days off, put some money in a savings account. So as I came to the table as a Ways and Means member and a final negotiator on this package, I came to that table as a farmer, as a rancher, but most importantly as a mom who wanted to see those families get some relief. So this is a wonderful day for us. Not only did we meet family needs, but we also gave tools to farmers and ranchers and small businesses across the country. Interest deductibility, expensing, a new small business low tax rate. Those are all things that are going to pay off and build strong families, but also a strong future for this country. You know, the bottom line is this, that people have worked hard for their money. It's about time that people in Washington, D.C. respect that and let them keep more of their money and make their lives and their futures better. So thank you, Chairman Brady, for your work on this bill. And what so impressed me throughout this process is that Chairman Brady let us be legislators. You know, I served in our state legislature. I was the assistant majority leader there. Since I've come to Washington, D.C., one of the things that frustrated me the most is that you see very little of the legislative process. But this chairman let us be legislators. He let us negotiate, craft policy, and I absolutely loved the fact that he gave us that opportunity to truly be a part of forming this bill so that it worked for our districts, our states, but for this country. And now I want to introduce the man who gave such an inspirational speech yesterday at the White House. I talked to so many people that said it almost brought them to tears, but Chairman Hatch will speak next.
What a privilege it is for me to stand here with these wonderful leaders in the House and the Senate. You know, I'm so proud of Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell, and the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee and the other members, and the people on the Finance Committee. This was a landmark day, and I can say that if we can keep going, we'll get this country going like it's never been going before. I'm grateful to stand here with these great leaders. I'm grateful for the influence they've had, and I'm grateful for the influence they've had throughout the country. This is the greatest country in the world, bar none. We don't want it to slip, and it won't, as long as we have top leaders like this, and we have a Congress like this, where every member really cares, and they care for the right reasons. So God bless the United States of America. Thanks so much.
So many of us have been working on this issue for a long time. And as a former chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, I just have to tell you how so many men and women here have fought for this moment. So I also want to echo what Kevin Brady said. I want to thank the staff for all their hard work. I want to thank George Callis on our staff who came from the Ways and Means Committee to the Speaker's office with me and so many other people to make this possible. We come to these jobs to try and improve the lives of the people we represent. And this bill, more than so many other things we've ever tried to do, does that. And so we're very thankful and we're very hopeful. Because when we've been working on this issue for so many years, we can see on the horizon this great potential for our people and for our economy. We know this is the greatest country on earth, and we know that America has better days ahead, and we know that America has so much more potential to tap. This bill taps that potential. You know, I just look at the state of Wisconsin. The average income family of 4 in Wisconsin is going to get in excess of a $2,000 tax cut. That's real relief for real people living paycheck to paycheck. We're heartened that hours after this bill passed, we're seeing companies across the country giving bonuses to their employees. One company in Philadelphia, $50 billion in capital improvements and investment over the next 5 years because of this tax bill. We're encouraged at the fact that this is going to give the American economy the jolt of energy it needs to give people the opportunity they deserve. So we're so excited about this chance and this opportunity, and we're so thankful to the men and women of this country who sent here to work on their behalf, and that we are able to actually deliver this generational defining reform in this moment. So at this time, I'd simply want to ask the Senate Pro Tem, Senator Hatch, to join me in enrolling and signing this legislation.
Hey, Kevin, get up here. Kevin, get up there. Get up there, Mr. Chairman. Oh, you get on this side. Come on. You put a few hours in. There you go. You get up in